how to do that, but you go over there. You know what I mean? So yeah, try it. Right, see? Right, I couldn't hit it because she decided to go faster, so that's how you should be training all the time. Don't let me hit it. So that's how it should be all the time, so that way you're trying to build up the speed because you can only go fast. So that way it's like, oh, go slow. I can't go slow. I only know fast and faster. You know, oh, do it wrong. So a lot of times, like, I have to really concentrate to do it wrong, to try to do a mistake, because I can't do a mistake. It's
not natural.
You know what I mean? I can't do it wrong. I have to really focus to try to do it wrong, you know. So you get kind of that habit. So that way when you're doing things, it's kind of, yeah, it's ingrained in you. You get that kind of thing. You guys warm up a little bit?
Let's get started.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you all for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, and I appreciate your time, and I'm so grateful. Last time you were here was 3 years ago. You did the coolest one. You did the rope dart ceremony. You were here. So now, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming and visiting, and this is your house.
Yeah.
Mi casa, tu casa.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So let's get some. You guys want? Let's get some. We're gonna do Northwestern staff. Northwestern staff. I really like it because it's still connected to more like old school. They haven't gone too much performance yet because they're still stuck in that old era where they're not doing performance stuff. So a lot of it is dedicated to the old school way of doing martial arts. Not that you should embrace combat, but martial art is a martial art, so we're still learning for martial arts. So that in that way that it still has that formality of being martial art. So we still understand it as a martial art, and we get exercise by doing it as a martial art, not particularly that we should be fighting with it. But it's kind of cool too to know like the history of it and things like that. So a lot of the Northwestern styles are pre-BC, like Dun Baek Chuan, Cho Chao are like 742 BC. So there's cave drawings of it in mainland China, where it's very, very old stuff. So let's grab a staff, I guess. Yeah.
Well, there happens to be a spear, so you can pick whatever you choose. I'm going to bring some more out. 3 up, 3 more options.
Length is good. Length short.
The longest possible, right? So
long is short. You know, longer is better because traditionally, for staff, so we know it traditionally should reach the tip of your hand. Old school was tip of your hand. Later on, for competition, it was like this tall. When competition was the break of your wrist. Just because they had to standardize it so everybody could be equal. You know what I mean? So which is kind of a good thing because when you're trying to make everyone equal, you have to have some kind of equality. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to not be like not equal. So they're just trying to do their best they can. You know, as opposed to what the basic principle in the Northwestern style, why I like it, is because you do everything on both sides. So what you learn on one side, you do it on the other side. So everything is, you learn on the right side and the left side, and which is, I think it's pretty cool because it requires practice. We're going to do everything briefly and know that if you find it difficult, you probably are correct. Because in Kung Fu, everything's difficult. And first thing we're gonna go through flower. So the basic idea of the flower is pressing and pulling. We do it over and over again because you want your body to discover how to use your whole body. Meaning at the beginning when we're doing this, we're just doing this with your arm. And when your arm starts to get tired, all of a sudden your arm starts to get tired, so the bigger muscles start taking over because the little muscles start to get tired. So all of a sudden you start using your body. So traditionally with the flower, we have this. We have press, it changes, so the press is like this. This hand will change like this because we have the pull and we have the hit like this. And then we have a block like this and we have a strike like this. And then from here, this left hand will start to change because we have a block like this because then we have a throw like this. And then we have a pull here, and see, it's back to this. So see, we have 1, 2, so see, if we're this way. 1, and this is probably very familiar to you guys. So the right foot is forward. The right foot is forward. Why is the right foot forward? So that way you don't hit yourself in the shin. Because if you're like this, I guarantee you when you start going, you're going to go like this. You're going to start whacking yourself in the shin. So when you're like this, both thumbs are out. And your right foot is in front of your left foot. And so now, you change the left hand, and you put the left hand under your armpit. And now you bring it to your left side. And now your left hand changes. And your right hand comes under your armpit. And now it opens and your left hand changes. And your left hand comes under your armpit. And now your left hand changes and comes under your armpit. Left hand changes, and you see the formula? Only the left hand changes.
Change. There you go. Make sure you change left leg.
See how this is pushing like this, because now but now see how I linked it? So it's going to slide in and out eventually. So you want to see how they're close together, but now look, it's further apart. Because now you have short goes into closer, which goes into longer. So this left hand will eventually travel up and down the staff. So it's not here. Because what happens is, see, it's long. But if I use this as a block, now it's short. And so now I have to switch back to short, but now this is long. So it's a combination of long and short because the guy doesn't stay in one place. He'll either go away from you or closer to you because he's not going to stay in place. So you're going to use it as a strike for length. And a block if he's coming in. Because a block means he's coming in further, and a strike means he's going out further, because it's a longer weapon. So he will take it as, you know what I mean? He's not going to come into the weapon. He's not going to come into the weapon, but he might come into the weapon, and that's just a short. So that way, if I'm here, he backs up. See? I have him here, but if he steps backwards, look. Oh, it's length. And so that way you have it like this, and then when you have it like this, look, see, I have the throw, I'm throwing it. And then this is like this, look. See, I'm using it as a pull. So I'm using different forces, so it's not only always throwing, you're using throwing and pulling forces, which means it's using two different types of muscle. Because that way one set of muscle relaxes while the other one fights. So that way the muscles really don't get tired because it's two different groups of muscles are fighting. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I hope that makes sense. So in the end, watch the body. So see how the body is rocking back and forth? So see, I throw it forward and I pull it back. I throw it forward and pull it back. Because in the end, whole body goes to fight.
Forward, forward, forward.
Yes, you are correct. 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 You got it. Easy. Remember when I said if you find it difficult, you are correct? Just one more time on this side. Good. Go ahead. Now again, right here.